What's up guys, Solus here, and I have a short story for your guys' entertainment on why to not trust people on Halloween. My first case of losing trust is when I was like 7 years old. I lived in a medium-sized town and we lived in a suburb on Halloween. There were like tons of scary and fucked up shit to do if you were into that shit, but that wasn't my cup of tea. I always really kind of hated scary stuff until like I was 10. And I still don't like scary movies because of the jump scares and stuff. Man, I could deal with it in video games, but in person, no, thank you. So when I was 7, there was this huge haunted house, and my sister and my dad were walking out, and they were like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then they see the haunted house, they're like, yeah, that looks pretty cool too, because they just came from a pretty decent haunted house, and they wanted to get scared. They were looking for it. My sister and my dad always been to the people to go on roller coasters. I can't because I'm motion sick, but they wanted to get scared. But you could tell that there was a lot of people working that night because the usual a lot of screaming and animatronics. There was no animatronics, so it's not like animatronics would scare you. These were people, and it in your head as a kid, it was they were out to get you. And I never wanted to be snatched up. I was perfectly fine where I was at. But then I had to go because then I didn't want to be alone. And, oh god, a text message. Whatever. So then, you could tell a lot of people were working. And so when we went in, I had to go because, all that shit. But then the cringiest moment of that fucking whole night was when we were walking through and I was getting to the end. I was like, well, this is really weird because nothing really bad was happening. So I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. And then it was like, oh, it's gonna lead up to something bad. And there was a room full of seizure fucking cancerous lights that scared the hell out of me. And there was a desk with it's not a desk, it's a operating station where a girl was getting operated on. She looked dead. And it looked like she was gonna get cut up by it looked like a real chainsaw, and it probably was, but they probably took out the chains and the saw part and whatever. So it looked pretty real, and that's when I kind of got a little push from my prick sister to go up, and I went up and I looked at her, and then she grabbed me and pulled me closer, and she said, "Run, boy," and that's when I knew this wasn't for me. So the cringiest moment is when I turn around and I hug another jump scare person, and then I look up, and then it's one of those oh shit moments, oh shit, what up? He just looks down and he's wearing a mask, and it was a tall motherfucker. I'm fucking with that shit. I'm pretty decent size now, height wise, but I mean he had to be 6 foot at the time, and he looked like he was one of those teenagers working on the haunted house just having fun on Halloween. But that shit made me lose my mind. Till this day I kind of really hate haunted houses, but I'm kind of looking forward to going to another one. But yeah, so guys, I hope you guys really kind of liked this short story. I hope it kind of taught you why to not trust people. And I mean it didn't really emphasize on that, but I mean it was more of why I hate haunted houses, why I hate jump scares in person, because that's no, I kind of don't like that. No, not at all, because of that day. That day is when I really learned I don't trust my sister, and haunted houses scare the fuck out of me. So if you guys like this video, please leave a rating and subscribe, and see you guys later. Peace.